Alien abductions is actually a pretty reasonable claim. What do I mean? Well, I mean that if somebody were to come up to you and say that they've been abducted by aliens, it's actually not that crazy. Disagree with me? Fine. But I'm not here to prove you wrong. Well, at least not with evidence. In fact, the only evidence I'm going to provide you will be based on a couple of assumptions I think most will actually agree with. I will, however, provide you with a few questions, nothing more. Now, if you honestly answer the questions to yourself and at the end of the video you still feel the same way about alien abduction phenomenon, that it's just banana pants flat moon theory crazy, well, I don't know if there's such a thing as flat moon theory, but that would be pretty crazy, then this video was a complete failure and you can give it a thumbs down. On the other hand, if you felt more swayed to the reasonability of alien abductions simply being asked a few questions, well, let us know. Assumption 1. UFOs are real.
Revealed the existence of a secret government program to investigate UFO sightings.
What did you find?
Well, we found a lot.
Lights over Phoenix. What did you see?
Well, I saw a huge craft just kind of come right over Squaw Peak.
You think that was, a UFO? Obviously, I don't have any other word to use.
It's not just the eyewitness testimony. It is actual electro-optical data and radar returns. It's also people like radar operators and air traffic controllers.
That was, it was just breathtaking.
Close encounter with a UFO.
It really sped up and came right into their face and filled up the entire windshield.
It was a saucer, came flying over their heads, put down 3 little landing gear and landed right out on the dry lake bed.
I think people are focusing just on 2 videos coming from a set of F-18s when really it's a lot more than that.
Assumption 2. UFOs are piloted by non-human entities.
What's important is that we have identified some very, very interesting anomalous type of aircraft. Let's call them aircraft. Things that don't have any obvious flight surfaces, any obvious forms of propulsion, and maneuvering in ways that include extreme maneuverability beyond, I would submit, the healthy G-forces of a human or anything biological.
Doesn't mean we're being visited.
Well, it's nothing like anything I've ever seen.
And you're an Air Force guy.
Yeah, and a pilot. Got a lot of hours flying.
Positive lift, again, seemingly in defying the laws of aerodynamics.
And explains the alien looking out from the side of Bigelow Aerospace. It made for the kind of conversation you don't ordinarily have with an accomplished CEO.
Do you believe in aliens?
I'm absolutely convinced. That's all there is to it.
Do you also believe that UFOs have come to Earth?
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence.
How big?
Bigger than anything I've ever seen in the sky.
Like an aircraft carrier in the sky?
Yeah. Something like that, yeah.
We're just one of a community of star systems and galaxies and planets that have living beings on them, somewhat like us.
It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality of what I know.
The questions. Do UFO crafts that travel from another star have to have occupants? And if not, does that lessen their ability to obtain objects or test subjects from the surface of Earth? If our government, in large, has refused to open up the truth about UFOs, and the UFOs have refused to make themselves more visible to the public, should there be any reason to think why the goals or operations associated with these UFO crafts are based on anything different than the modus operandi of deceptiveness and secretiveness? If humans have an evolutionary gap in our taxonomy records, a missing link so to speak, and we ourselves are currently bioengineering other creatures on this planet, knowing UFO crafts monitor this planet, why would we assume that these crafts are not related to that biological gap we seem to not understand with more natural explanations? When humans attempt to study animals and their natural habitat, our procedure is to tag, let loose with as minimal intrusion as possible, and monitor. If a female dolphin was tracked, for example, led back into the wild, and upon arriving to her pod, she was able to communicate in dolphin clicks the fantastical story of being whisked away into the air where no water exists, meeting weird creatures that were placing lights over her while doing painful procedures, and then being placed exactly where she was left off 2 days later, would the pod of dolphins believe her? And if scientists have no consensus to who is piloting the crafts, but a group of people who claim to have been in contact do, and we know the crafts do exist, does that mean the consensus from that group has to be wrong? Now, I can't prove to you that alien abductions are real, but I wanted to see if by asking a few questions, I could somehow affect your perception on the subject matter, perhaps make it seem more reasonable. Now, if you enjoyed this segment, please leave your thoughts below. If you didn't like it, leave your thoughts below. I just may not answer them back. No, I'm just joking. I actually try to reply to comments even if they're negative. So yeah, just give me your thoughts. And yeah, thanks for joining me. This is Felipe Osorio signing out.